Ozil strikes twice as Arsenal's young guns shine against Norwich. Rather than Mesut Ozil being Arsenal's danger man for Borussia Dortmund on Tuesday, it's Wilshere and Aaron Ramsey they will need to watch just as much. The pair of them ripped poor Norwich apart yesterday with super goals that fired the Gunners to points clear at the top of the Premier League and reinforced their credentials as real contenders for the Champions League. Ozil's 2 goals were a warning in themselves. But Wilshere and Ramsey were something else on the day. Particularly Wilshere. As manager Arsene Wenger hooped afterwards, Wilshere's goal was one of the best I have seen, as much because it was a team goal as well as his technique, speed and quick reactions. It was a great goal. All our goals today were great, but Jack's was exceptional. But while acknowledging his team's hunger and quality, he warned, it is important we remain consistent. We can get into a comfort zone. Sorry, Norwich must have wondered what on earth was in store for them when Arsenal were able to leave Ramsey on the bench to start with. They found out after 17 minutes. A delightful 6-pass move involving both Oliver Giroud and Santi Cazorla was started and finished by Wilshere, who cut through the Canaries' defence like a knife through butter. The time and space he had to score Arsenal's opener was all his own work. Norwich fans behind the net he put it into didn't like what they saw. But even they had to admit he is the sort of class act they just don't have. It could so easily have been 2 if John Ruddy hadn't produced a superb save to deny Giroud. And when Ramsey finally did come on for head injury victim Matthew Flamini soon afterwards, Norwich's prospects looked bleak. To be fair, the visitors did have a little flutter just before halftime, and Wojciech Szczesny did well to parry a long-range effort from Leroy Fer. As long as there was only 1 goal in it, though, Norwich were still in with a chance, and they knew it. Enough, in fact, to put the Gunners under pressure for the first time. They needn't have worried, not when you have £42.5 million of talent waiting to emerge from what was a relatively quiet afternoon by Ozil standards. The German had done little up to the 57th minute, but he was there when it mattered to glide Giroud's cross home with his head just when the Canaries looked as if they were getting above themselves. That's precisely what they did, though, on 70 minutes when Jonathan Howson knit one back. Centre Ramsey and a superb solo third, after Wilshere set him up, that had the fans chanting his name in appreciation. And quite right too. He didn't just calm the nerves when it mattered. He then set up Ozil to wrap it all up with Arsenal's 4th. Norwich manager Chris Hughton said of Wilshere's wonder goal, "There aren't many teams that will score a goal like that, and it is testament to the sort of form Arsenal are in. The biggest disappointment to me is that people will look at this scoreline and see a different picture to the real one.